So I've got the ice box set up in the kitchen, right there by the window, next to my lamps. Down under, you can see that I've got a cookie sheet for an ice tray. Now that I've finished the refinishing of the ice box, I want to test its efficiency. So what I decided to do was I bought a 2-gallon bucket from Home Depot. Because I read about a guy that had one of the bigger ice boxes with the doors on the side, and you put the ice on the side, and he put a 5-gallon bucket. So since this is smaller, I went with a 2-gallon bucket. So what I've got in here is the 2-gallon bucket. There's the ice. The ice in that bucket weighs 13 pounds. So it's equal to a 13-pound block of ice. Took about 2.5 days to freeze that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that go for 12 hours because I read on the internet that you have to pre-cool the ice chests or icebox refrigerators for 12 hours before the first use. Right now I'm going to start the performance test of this icebox. So I've got my temperature gun. Initial inside. .68.7. Down below 68.4. Here's my bucket of ice. So for the next 12 hours, I'm going to check it hourly and show you whether this thing is going to work or not. Maybe I can't do it with a bucket of ice. I need a block of ice, but I'd rather not do blocks. It's so much easier just to do the bucket. So it'll either work or it won't. The temperature drop for 1 hour is 48.2. 58.8. Hour 2. 48.6. 59.4. Hour 3. 50.5. 59. Well, so far I am not seeing much of a progression in cooling. Let's see what hour 4 is. 49.5, 49.3. 59, well, do that again. 58.8. This is now hour 5. 49.3 on top. 58.6 on the bottom. This is hour 6. $49.8. $59 even. I'm wondering if the plastic of the bucket is causing the higher temperatures, because I've got a little thing I'm going to insert here on the screen where it says you're not supposed to cover your ice. The ice is supposed to contact the metal. It's the only thing I can think of. Hour 7. $49.5. $58.8. Not much change. Well, this is hour 8. $49.6. $59 even. I mean, it's cool, but it's not cold. Well, after 8 hours, I really don't think there's much sense in continuing. So let's see how we're doing here. So there's the ice. It melted a little bit for 8 hours, really not too bad. Down in here, it's cold, well, cool. Not as good as it could be. I'm guessing that I really need to have just a block of ice, that the plastic barrel is insulating it somehow, because I'm not going to get below 58 degrees down below. So it looks like this test was a failure. Now after 12 hours, that's how much ice is left. Appears to be over half. Now that dip in temperature for 9, 10, and 11 hours, I took the lid, the white lid off, and that did make a little bit of a difference. But as you can see, it only dropped from about 49 to just a touch over 46. So it really didn't make much of a difference. I was just what-ifing to see what would happen. So to wrap this test up, I did read on the internet where somebody had said that the smaller ice boxes don't cool like the bigger ones because you can't physically put enough ice in them. You've got to have a minimum of 50 pounds of ice to make them work, and that requires the large ice boxes where you've got twin doors and the ice is set off to the side. Well, I don't have the room for that in the kitchen, so I'm just going to end up with what I've got, and it's going to be a dust collector, apparently.